And start things off with a live look on Genesee Avenue. This is the 5 in both directions. What you're looking at is a northbound drive. That's where all of the headlights are coming towards us right now. Let's go ahead and switch gears. This is a 94 in both directions, just west of the 805. So far, so good as you're making your way through Golden Hill and the South Park neighborhoods. Right now, we are tracking a crash. This is slowing things down for those headed southbound in from Carlsbad. So, yeah, if you're just waking up and leaving Oceanside, Carlsbad, South Carlsbad, you are going to encounter a crash on the 5 South right before La Costa Avenue. That's slowing things all the way back to Poinsettia Lane. So look out for that. All right, in the 6 o'clock hour, we'll take a closer look at what your 6 a.m. travel times have in store this Friday. Back to you guys. Anything. Morning hours. The evening, though, still slow and congested. Coming home on Friday, but the morning's always in pretty good shape. What's not in good shape is the 5 right now just in South Carlsbad due to a crash that's blocking the 2 right lanes on the 5 South before La Costa Avenue, slowing things all the way to Poinsettia. And then we have another crash, this one on the 67 right at the 52. And coming up a little later, we'll take a look at what your travel times have in store for this Friday. Back to you guys. Any major crashes nor delays, 5 in both directions. This is coming in from Chula Vista as you make your way northbound towards the mile of cars into National City. Here's the drive as folks spill out of the Villa Rancho area headed southbound. In fact, the Bernardo and Rancho Penasquitos. We had a crash earlier on the 5 in South Carlsbad. It has since cleared, but unfortunately the slowing has not. There's still some brake tapping lingering there. Closer to the East County, we're tracking a couple of crashes. Both are on the 67. So we have one involving 3 cars on the 67 North at River Ford Road. This is just in the Lakeside area. As you make your way either to or from the Santee 67 and 52 split, you may encounter some slowing due to that crash. And then we have another crash involving 2 cars. One of them reportedly rolled over, and this is where the 67 and the 52 meet. So if you take the 67 anywhere out of Lakeside or even Santee where the 67 meets the 52, you may encounter a little bit of congestion there because of that activity. All right, let's go ahead and pull up some of those travel times for you. About 10 to 15 right now headed northbound in from the South Bay coming out of Chula Vista National City. Here's what it looks like coming in from the East County headed west. I'm not sure if we're going to pull up our border wait times at 6:14, but I'll go ahead and toss it over to you guys.
We'll get to that soon.
Good morning. We'll start off in the North County and then we'll work our way a little south. Earlier, we had a crash on the 5 right near Poinsettia that was setting things back coming in from Carlsbad. That crash has since cleared and it looks like the speeds are starting to improve through that pocket. So that's some good news. We're also seeing reports of a brush fire. This is in the middle of the Golden Triangle on the right shoulder. And this is in University City on the 805 North, right after you hit Nobel Drive. Meanwhile, we have 2 crashes on the 67. So this is near the Lakeside and Santee areas. 67 North at River Ford Road is where we're tracking a 3-vehicle crash. And this is just north of the 52 near Winter Gardens and south of Lakeside. And then we have another crash involving 2 vehicles and a rollover reportedly. And this is on the 67 North right at the 52 split. So the 67 kind of seeing some issues this morning, but as far as the slowing goes, not too bad. Here's a live look on the 5 in both directions. This is up in Del Mar. And then here's what it looks like coming in from the South Bay working your way north. Netta.
Thank you so much, Vanessa.
County, we're tracking a crash on the right shoulder in Lakeside, and this is on the 67 northbound right at River Ford Road. So if you live in Lakeside, it could cause some congestion, not only if you're headed north, but also south, leaving Lakeside headed towards that 52 connector. All right, let's see. As we give you a live look on the 805, this is what it looks like as you make your way northbound coming in from the Mission Valley area headed towards the 163 connector. In fact, the left right there, that's the Gore Point to merge onto the 163 from the 805. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of your travel times. We're mostly in the greens, what we love to see. Although we're tracking about a 12-minute ride right now coming in from National City headed towards the 8. It's not bad. Overall, a 12-minute ride for you with average speeds of about 55 miles per hour. 3 to about 8 minutes for all of those drives coming in from the East County. That involves the 94, the 8, as well as the 52 freeways. All right, well, here at News 8, we are always working for our community, and right now we are trying to help clear overcrowded animal shelters. This week, we are featuring Dash. I'm assuming he got the name for, maybe he's fast, I don't know. He's a 1-year-old Siberian Husky mix, just adorable. San Diego Humane Society says that he needs a cozy and quiet home as he builds his confidence and thrives with other dog friends. Oh, he's so beautiful. And if you're interested in him or any of the other animals, whether you want to adopt, foster, or help out, volunteer, you can meet him and everyone else over at the Oceanside campus. What a little cutie. He looks so little too. He literally looks like a puppy. Yeah, back to you guys. 50 is the time. Let's go ahead and start things off with a view from the South Bay. This is the 5 in both directions, northbound drive as you make your way towards the 54 connector. Meanwhile, this is a little bit of a hazy view coming in from the College area. That's the westbound drive coming toward our screen here. And then this is the gridlock that people pretty much face every morning on the 78 coming in from the 15 headed westbound towards the Vista and San Marcos neighborhoods. All right, so let's go ahead and take you back to the Lakeside area because that's where we are continuing to track this crash on the right shoulder in Lakeside. I just read that fire crews are on scene as well as a tow truck, so hopefully get that cleared out of the way fairly soon, but you can expect some slowing in both directions. Again, just north of the 52 on the 67. Eric?
Coming up.
Tropical moisture never hurt anyone. Happy Friday, everyone. We finally made it to the end of the week. We're looking at pretty light drives across the county here. This is a live look coming at your screen is a westbound drive as you make your way out of the College area headed towards the 15 connector. And this is way up in the North County on the 78 right at Nordal. Coming at your screen is a drive as you exit Escondido. This wasn't on the CAD, but it looks like there's a stalled car there on the shoulder. 78 west, just west of the 15 connector. All right, let's go ahead and pull up some of the issues that we're still tracking. We still have this crash active on the CAD, and this is on the 67 on the right shoulder in Lakeside, right at River Ford Road. So that may cause a little bit of a congestion, some brake lights headed either north or southbound nearing the 52 connector. 10 to 15 minutes right now on the 5 and the 805 if you're traveling in from the Barrio Logan downtown area. Really smooth drive towards Coronado. We're on the green. I mean, not much to talk about here. We're at average speeds across the entire county. That includes out of the east and the north counties at last check. Back to you guys. That Coronado on-ramp headed towards downtown San Diego. Just overall really nice drives across the entire region right now. I'm not tracking any major crashes nor delays. This is the 94 in both directions just west of the 805 as you make your way through Golden Hill and South Park. And last but not least, this is the 5 near Oceanside Boulevard. Right side of your screen is a southbound drive as you leave Oceanside headed towards the Carlsbad neighborhood. All right, we got a couple of issues. We got one crash that we're tracking on the 78 right at Vista Way. We have another one on the 52 west, just west of the 15 freeway that may set you back a little bit as you leave the summit, headed down the hill towards that 15 connector. And then we're still tracking this one that's slowing things down in Lakeside on the 67 right at River Ford Road. Crash that we're tracking on the right shoulder in Vista. This is on the 78 westbound right at Vista Village Drive. Meanwhile, we're tracking another crash. This one is slowing things down coming in from Convoy on the 52 west as you make your way towards the 15 connector, or not Convoy rather, but after Santo Road as you make your way towards the 15. It looks like it's causing some stop and go traffic all the way to Kearney Villa Road. And then we still have this one out in the Lakeside area. This is on the 67 north right at River Ford Road. 7:39 is the time. Oh, near Friday. We got that Friday energy across the newsroom as we wrap up the week. I'll tell you that for sure. Right shoulder in Vista. Look out for this. A crash on the 78 west right at Vista Village Drive. No slowing from that one, but there is slowing from this crash in the center divide out in Kearney Mesa. So if you take the 52 anywhere near the 15, you're going to want to leave time for travel or just expect that there's going to be some congestion. Stop and go all the way to about Kearney Villa Road as you approach the 15 coming from down the summit out of the Santee neighborhood. And then we're still tracking this one. This one's been active for about 1 to 2 hours on the right shoulder in Lakeside on the 67 northbound right at River Ford Road. All right, let's go ahead and show off San Diego. Steady speeds across the entire region, not really much to talk about. Sure, we're in the yellow coming in from the South Bay, but it could be worse. We could be in the red. 15 to 20 minute ride right now coming in on the 5 and the 805. Back to you guys.
All right.
All right, let's go ahead and start things off with a live look outside, and then we'll go into a couple of crashes that we're tracking. Really nice drives, steady speeds pretty much across the entire region. Here's the 5 in both directions as you exit Oceanside, headed southbound towards the Carlsbad neighborhood. Look out for a stalled pickup truck. This may slow things down southbound right before you hit the 5 and that Park Boulevard split. It's causing stop and go. In fact, look at all that red there that it's causing through the Balboa Park Hillcrest neighborhood. So 163 at a crawl because of that stalled pickup truck blocking one of the lanes.
Morning.
Good morning. Time is 8:01. Let's go ahead and start things off on the 52. If you use the 52 west coming in from Santee, you're going to encounter some slowing all due to a crash that is blocking the center divide right at the 163 connector. So you can see all of that yellow and orange that incident is causing. Again, typically the 52 is already pretty slow and go, and that's just going to cause additional slowing as long as that crash remains active. We had an earlier stalled car on the 163 right before the 5 split. It has since gotten towed away, but the slowing is still continuing to linger. In fact, here's a look on the 163. That's a southbound drive, and this is just south of the 8 freeway. Back to you guys. Allowed to make any plans now through July 19th.
Okay, all
because
soccer.
of the game. Sean's like, we're just going to watch soccer. And July 19th is my due date.
Oh, so yeah.
So Sean's
Could
like,
be
I hope the
anytime.
baby, yeah, Sean's like, I hope the baby comes early so that way I could get some time to get off work and watch the game.
And enjoy the finals.
Yeah, and I'm like, I don't hope he comes early at all.
Yeah, 3 kids here, they come when they want. Man.
Exactly.
They don't care about your watch party.
Honestly.
They're not worried about soccer.
Truly, they don't.
Right.
8:11 is the time. Let's go ahead and start things off with a live look. It has been a pretty nice ride across the region since the start, since we came on air. I'm not tracking any major crashes, nor have there been any major unusual delays. Right now, we are looking outside on the 163. This is the one thing to slow things down on the 805 north as you approach the 94. Going to slow things down as you're making your way down the summit in from Santee. There was a lot of stop and go on the 52 right before the 15. It looks like that has since cleared, so that's some good news as far as the progress goes. Here's a lot going to slow things down as you make your way northbound out of the South Bay towards Imperial. North. Headed towards the North Park neighborhood. Let's go ahead and pull up that crash that I'm talking about on the maps here. It's in the center divide in the Mount Hope area on the 805, right where it intersects with the 94, slowing things down all the way to Imperial Avenue. So it could be worse, but again, that's going to cause some congestion as you're headed out the door this morning. We're also continuing to track this crash in the center divide in the Kearney Mesa area, and this is on the 52 west. Stop and go all the way to about Kearney Villa Road. Travel times right now, a little slow coming in from Chula Vista northbound because of that incident near the Mount Hope area. But overall, we're still in the green and average speeds about 60, 65 miles per hour or so. If you're traveling in from the East County, steady speeds on all of those freeways. Same deal coming in from the North County, headed southbound this morning. Back to you guys.
Vanessa, thank you.